I'm Sophie Elbari. I'm an artist in the art gallery and I also do fire performing at parties.
Thank you for your performance last night. It looked amazing. How did you get into that?
And I like to just let it flow, so now it's a lot more natural for me. And I draw inspiration from everything, like not just art, but like emotions and nature and conversations with people and absolutely anything really. Running around doing a million different things, yeah.
What's the concept? What's the message?
You can probably see a lot of little demons and stuff coming out. Don't be afraid to play and try new things and just be weird and wacky and just be yourself, because it inspires other people to be themselves too.
Hello everybody from Sungate 2021 festival in New South Wales, and we are interviewing not only musicians today but also visual artists. Please introduce yourself.
Hello, I'm Sophie Elbari. I'm an artist in the art gallery and I also do fire performing at parties.
So this is your art behind us. Can you tell me a little bit about it? What's the concept? What's the message?
The art that I create is usually an expression of how I'm feeling in the moment. Sometimes it's about other matters in the world that I'm kind of exploring in my brain, but yeah, usually it's just representative of how I'm feeling at the moment. So a lot of these pieces actually are from period of my life that I was going through a lot of growth and doing a lot of shadow work and stuff like that, so you can probably see a lot of little demons and stuff coming out, but yeah, and I find art really meditative as I'm processing and working through things, having that as a tool to help do that. Yeah, that's probably definitely for the stuff that's up here at the moment, that's kind of the main sort of thing behind it. Yeah.
If that's the representation of how you feel, I don't want to see a visual representation of how I feel. Could be could be quite scary.
Yeah, well, it could be. Some people think some of my art can be a bit scary. It can be a bit dark sometimes, but I try and make it a bit playful as well. Got little goblins and things running around. So yeah, but it's always changing. I've made art my whole life, and sometimes it's super rainbow and colorful and just patterns, and then sometimes it's stuff like this. It's forever changing and evolving depending on how I am in the moment.
And how long have you been drawing, painting, whatever art you do?
I've kind of been making art since I could hold a pen, really, and it was just very playful. And then I went to art school for 3 years, so that was when I really started pushing it to be a little bit more of a career, and then that's when I started doing the galleries and stuff like that, which was amazing. So I started exhibiting art maybe 5 years ago, about that. Yeah, and now it's not my kind of main focus as a job anymore. I do it because I love it again. I started to not enjoy it as much when it was work and when I felt I had to do it, forcing creativity is not fun. And I like to just let it flow, so now it's a lot more natural for me, and yeah, I just do it when I feel like it, when it wants to come through. Yeah.
And how did you get inspired? I know you said that you have been an artist since you were very little, but is there someone who have inspired you maybe recently, or when you have become serious about doing it?
Artists who've inspired me?
Yes.
I'm super inspired by, honestly, just all the artists who exhibit at festivals, some who are really dear friends of mine. Zoe Rain, Tobias Miller, Julia, Bonnie, like Lisa, Peasley, like it's endless, honestly. Just everyone who I'm so blessed to be surrounded by always really inspires me. Dave, like Crystal Face, Rob Mack, all of them, and knowing them as well and seeing their practice a bit more is really amazing. Then also super inspired by bigger artists like MC Escher is a huge one, all his like trippy illusions and stuff like that. There's a bit of him in like, where is it? Like these ones with the stairs and stuff like that. I get inspired by him a lot. Salvador Dali, like OG of surrealism, is a huge one. I draw inspiration from everything, like not just art, but like, yeah, like emotions and nature and conversations with people and like, yeah, absolutely anything really. Yeah.
Do you know where you're going next with your art, or is it sort of natural flow? You didn't. What would you like to achieve in the foreseeable future?
What I like to achieve, I've started doing murals in the past couple of years, which have been a really fun process because I usually like all my art is so detailed and on a really small scale, so it's been really cool to bring it to such a large scale. So I'd love to do more of that, but I'm trying to just let it flow and just not like, I used to be very like, I want to create this many artworks each week and like really pushing it and stuff, and I'm really enjoying just like fully letting go of that and just letting it flow. So I have no idea, but love to experiment with new mediums, like maybe do a bit more painting or some sculpture. I did printmaking at uni, so I'd love to be able to do more of that, but it's a hard medium to do at home without like a whole studio and all the gear and stuff. But yeah, just we'll see what happens. Yeah.
And how do you like? Do you, if you start a particular piece, do you sort of finish that one before you go on to the next one, or is it sort of multiple at the same time?
No, like I wish I was like that. I feel like I'd maybe achieve a lot more, but I like my brain just has like so many images in it. So I'm like, I get really excited by one, I start drawing that, and then like a quarter of the way through, and they get another idea, and I want to do that, and then like. My house is just like filled with half-done things, but it's fine, you know. Yeah, but you always come back to them, and like sometimes I'll just lose interest in one piece, and then like months and months later I'll come across it and I'll have a whole new idea on how to finish it or how to add to it. So yeah, definitely like I'm a bit ADHD, so we're just all running around doing a million different things. Yeah.
That's cool. And where do you live? In Sydney or?
Yeah, I live in Sydney. I live in like the North Shore. Grew up really like in the city and stuff, but have moved out a little bit kind of more into the nature recently, which is really, really nice, and definitely encourages creativity a lot more, having like more calming energy around. We've got a little sanctuary house, so yeah, it's really good.
Very, very cool. So can you tell me about your fire performance? How did you get into that?
I think I just like saw people doing it, was like, oh my god, I want to do that. Like I'm someone who's really, I like to try everything, and I see something and I'm like, I want to give that a go, and it's so important to play and experiment and not be fearful of trying new things, and anything can take off, you know. And I just started as like just something cool I wanted to learn. I didn't really have at the start like this goal to perform or whatever. I always thought it'd be like amazing, but I never really, that wasn't my goal, but it just unfolded very organically, and now it's like how I've met most of my closest friends, and we all perform together, and it's just amazing. But yeah, it was just from like, I don't know, wanting to give it a go, and then it just grew really effortlessly from there.
And how long have you been doing it? Since that moment that you decided that you want to try it?
I think that was, I want to say 4 years ago-ish. Yeah. And then for the first year or so, it was just like playing around and mucking around. And then a friend asked me to do a performance with her at a festival, and I was like, ah! What? Like the idea of being like on stage and people was like so scary, and now it's like where I feel at home. Like it's crazy. So yeah.
Very, very interesting. So what do you think about, how did you get involved with this festival, and what do you think about the party so far?
I think it's been such a beautiful festival, really like lovely vibe of everyone, really good community, people coming together. I was just asked by Julia to do the art gallery, which was really nice, and then through that I was just like, do you also need performers? Because I'd love to do that as well. So that happened through that as well. But yeah, it's been incredible. It's really nice. It's a slightly tighter knit group of people, being around, I don't know how many people are here, maybe like 500 or something, but yeah, it's nice. It's really like family and cozy, and it's nice they still want to support the arts and have all the performers and the artists and the market stalls and cooking food for everyone. It's been so much effort put into like little details that a lot of parties or organisers, I think, look past or don't realise actually how like impactful that is. So yeah, it's been a blessing to be a part of, seriously.
I kind of feel the same way. You know, I guess now I realize why they call it a Sungate Boutique Festival experience.
Yeah, totally, definitely, because it's smaller, but it's got all the really nice things and like really amazing artists playing and all the crafts and everything.
Yeah, the artists have been amazing, and yeah, they've got everything going. How can people find your art? Maybe do you have a website where they can go and maybe order online, or where they can find you and how they can buy your art?
Probably just through Instagram at the moment. I like used to have a website that's in a bit of a like construction phase at the moment. I'm doing a bit of a revamp, I guess. It's probably just through Instagram. It's Sophie Elvari, and then on there I kind of have like a little separate one for art. So art is just like Elvari Arts. You can kind of find everything on Sophie Elvari. I'll link you to the various creative outlets. Yeah.
Very cool. Thank you for talking to me. Thank you for displaying your art. Thank you for your performance last night. It looked amazing. I wish you all the best in the future. Any last words?
I just wish you all the best as well, and anyone who's watching, I wish you all the best, and yeah, have a beautiful life.
Thank you. Yeah, have a beautiful life. Not much to say else.
Yeah.
Bye.
Don't be afraid to play and try new things, and just like be weird and wacky, and just like be yourself, because it inspires other people to be themselves too.
I am trying new things right now.
Yeah, you're doing real well. It's such a nice idea doing this. Yeah.
Thank you. Very nice to talk to you. And by the way, guys, there are other interviews that I have done at this festival, and on my channel. So check it out, Solid Professor Music. Stay tuned.